Howdy, y'all. Welcome on in. My name's Blooming Thorn, and welcome to the tavern. Hopefully, you guys are well. Hope everything is going well. That being said, today I am continuing with Create the Endventure and working on trying to at least get a villager trading hall going, which thankfully, with the space that was created in the back, I'll be able to re-induce that into something a bit better and useful. Beyond that, I also have a few other things like getting the bone meal farm up and running, getting some preparation done for some other automation tasks, and a few other things. Slowly work on the mob farm as well as where and if and where I can get to it. It's gonna take a while and a lot of resource gathering, so it should be nice and fun today. Anything, if you guys are enjoying the content, liking always does help, so subscribing if you're new, and of course hit the notification bell as well. That being said, I have a lot of work to do in getting that belt started. First thing on the list is taking a dangum nap. Probably could have done that beforehand. I did finish up the railways. That thing has finally been done. It is a nice long railway down all the way down to the ore deposits. So that has been a nice thing to get done. As I couldn't remember if I had a train going. Hopefully I do. Yeah, beyond that, should be a nice simple day. I'll also work on getting the tortilla chips going. Probably work on that once I get back from the farm and see whatever I need to get, and then I'll come back and figure it out. This horse has come out really well. Hello, mates. Ouch. Well, they blade took the piss in half. Alright, cool. How's this been running, by the way? Not bad. These have also been running decently well with the nuts. It's like they finally caught up with each other and they're finally getting to a good point now. Same with the yucca, the baobab, and everything else. Nice. This, of course, has been running pretty well in the background, so I'm not worried about that. And this is everything else that's been working on the background as well. Anyways. There should be a line somewhere I had set up. I think this was it, I think this is the end result. Is this the end result? Yes, that's where everything goes when everything gets overpacked. That's something I can't control. And this is the other line that leads everything out. Okay, did I ever set up the mill? I know I set up... When did that burn? Well, that's another thing I gotta fix. I know I had set up pathways underneath. I could have sworn I did. Okay, yeah, they're still there. Should be one here, and then one over on the other side. Unfortunately, I cannot tell. There should be. This is one side. I thought I got no armor from those dudes, by the way. Well, if it'd be anywhere, it'd be right here. Oops. Okay, there it is. Why are these not connected then? Oh, they are connected. Oh, that's right. I was going to have it come this way and then come back this way. That's right. And then it was going to lead to wherever it had to go. Alright, then. Or something like that. One of them was going to lead to the other, which is then going to lead out into the location it had to go. Which I think is this one, actually. Yep. For crying out loud. So I think that's for a fan. I'm putting a fan there in order to alleviate everything up to the top. Yeah. And that's where everything will go when everything gets processed. And then this continues on the line belt, which then continues all the way back down over here. To then get put into a hopper, which then deposits into a composter setup. Or not composter, but anyways. That's for me to work out here in a moment. I should have everything. I just gotta get a fan, and then I also gotta get a chutes. Are gonna be necessary. And then some getting rotation to everything. It shouldn't take too much mental capacity. Alright then. Sounds good. Alright, then let me go and head back then and then figure this stuff out. So at least a fan and a composter and hoppers. That should be everything I need. Give or take. Right. It's also something else I gotta do is create a train depot at some point. I don't know when I'm gonna make a train depot, but I will at some point make one. It's just getting to that point. Thank you. Which I might actually just create over here, actually, on this side of the base. There's enough land mass. I was thinking about doing something else with it, but honestly, it might be better just to make this to the train depot. Probably the best. Alright, that being said, I need to go deposit all this stuff in my inventory real quick, and then I can come back out and figure out what I want to do with everything. See, bones, star, and berries can go downstairs in the food pantry. Alright, so fan and chutes are in my pack. Just need an extra fan if I have one lying around. Which I do. Anything else? I don't think anything else needs to be gotten from create. Fairly sure it's just that. And then hoppers. Yep. And then composters. Which I should have a couple lying around from when I was using them. I'm gonna need 7 of these slabs. I'll borrow these as well since I gotta repair that. That, couple chests for double chest. I probably will need to make these iron. There's going to be a lot of stuff being influxed. At least iron anyway. Yeah, and that should be fine. 16, please. Iron. And chests. So that should be everything needed for that farm. And finishing it up. Okay. With that said, I am going to go start on one other thing while I'm doing this, so that way it can work in the background and slowly be chipped away. And that is going to be tortilla chips. So I gotta make 256 of them. Which should be down here somewhere. Just want to see how these are doing real quick before I go. Okay, so... Oh, to make tortilla chips. Tortillas takes corn dough, which takes 3. Okay. And it takes 2. So since I need 4 stacks, I only need 2 stacks of corn tortillas, which 2 times 3 is going to be 6 stacks of corn. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be enough corn, and then I'll have a sink and everything prepped, so that way it can just all be mixed into tortillas. Or at least the corn dough for now. So got that. I guess there's not like a fluid hopper or anything like that. Just kind of curious here. Pumps fluids between tank upgrade and adjacent blocks. Works with fluid containers in hand and fluid blocks in the world. Pumped. That could probably work, honestly. I don't know if I want to go through all that, though. So I don't think it's going to take that long. I just got to sit here with like a bucket and mix it all. And then after that, I'll have to cook, which is something I'm going to have to wait on, so... Alright, yeah, I can just do it here manually real quick. Yeet. Oh, whoops. I'll try this whole stack in there waiting for it. It's going to be a while. I guess since I need to do this anyway. If I knew it was gonna be really simple just to attach like a pump to this, I would, but I don't think it would be. Yeah, man. Like I'm waiting on the elevator right now, waiting for all this stuff to get done. All for some tortilla chips. Very slow and dubious process. Come on, you. This 4 processes every bucket. I think I do this 64 times. Something like that, or maybe 128 times, I don't remember. Maybe like 32, I don't know. Yeah, wait, it's almost done. What's that? And more corn. And another one. Another one. I mean, I guess thankfully the bone meal process won't take too long. That'll take a few minutes, and then the villager trading hall should be a nice simple task. It's just gonna take a few minutes. Hopefully. Almost there. Then we got whatever's left in the tank. Alright, now we got whatever's left. I just refuse to automate this appropriately. Yeah, so we should have 2 stacks. Nice. And then at some point I will have to come back here and make more tortillas, so I can eat foods. I might do that on my own. At least creating it. So far the lunch basket has been helping me keeping all my foods sorted. That should be everything. 2 stacks. Alright, I think I can just smoke these on the smoking setup, right? Yeah. Let the smoker setup deal with that. These are going well. I now have infinite rails for the rest of the time. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Alright, so everything else I got for whatever I need. I got the fan, I got the pipes set up. Chests, hoppers. Everything should be there. Turn her around. This takes like forever. And turn right. Not gonna lie, the amount of animals I failed to kill with these trains, I swear. Good monsters. A weapon of infinite destruction. Howdy, Makina. Hopefully you're doing well. How you doing today? Alright, so that's been parked. Leave that behind. Oh, let's see. I guess that's the only thing that actually needs a fan is going to be that one area, which is the middle section. Doing as best I can with everything considered. Anything interesting going on for you? I'm working on trying to get a bone meal, everything else here. At the current moment. Oh, for crying out loud. Leave those there for now. Pop that down. I guess first thing I need to do is actually get all these belts connected, and then I can come back to the actual figuring out of each logistical part. So... probably can be chain drives and large cogwheels, honestly. If I got a ton of those lying around. Let's go together. Bruh. Alright, let me start over here, and then I'll come back and work on this stuff. It should be... blop and blop. And that slowly gets everything off the belt. And then it'll continue down this way, and it stops over here. Which I'm not mistaken, I can just use large gears to make that transition. No, I'm just wrong. Well, I guess it's just going to be a gearbox. So this is Create. It's actually a mod pack, and it has a lot to do with Create and things of the like. It's called Create Chronicles the Endventure, where your goal is to basically get to the end. Which, probably one of those more generic versions of the same idea. So, or of a similar idea. It's been fun. Trying to automate everything in particular. Alright, let's go in the exact direction I want. Wait a minute. No, it's not. Great. Now this goes. Yeah, pretty much just Create. It's just a steampunky automation type mod. There we go, that's better. Where you basically kind of use rotational power instead of electricity. This is the whole premise. And seeds. Alright, so now it's all backed up. So now I gotta go catch up. Let's see. It's probably give you another situation where I have to place a beam and then place another one of these gearboxes. Yeah. Alright, so those are going along their track. And then they get stopped here. That is a normal reality. Those up. And then everything ends up over here into a double chest. Which I am for now going to place down in preparation. Okay. And then figuring out where the actual boat mill is actually going to be sitting is going to be quite the hassle. Probably back here somewhere, though. Alright, those are all running in tandem. Looks good. So now the next thing I do is get the stuff down here up and also getting everything down and over. Alright, first thing I can do is actually go make more chutes. I am running out of chutes. I also gotta automate these. I really just need to automate the chute production. They're not that hard to create. They're really just an iron to farm and then smacking everything together. And then putting it through an automated crafting system. It'd be so easy to create. Alright, come on, you giant train. Yeah. Shoot. That made me feel better, actually. Been having a bit of a rough couple weeks with illness and then other things. I would love to hear a joke. Roberto? Did I ruin it? Pretty sure that's Roberto, right? I have unfortunately heard this joke before. But that's okay, I like it. I like it. It's a good joke. So I wonder how many Robertos have heard that joke 1,000 times. I don't know how old it gets for them. Ah, crap. I have so much stuff in my inventory. Oh, for now, put it all in here in this junk bag. I've been storing so much stuff in this bag. Poor thing. I'm actually gonna need more hoppers, I just realized, because I gotta transfer all this stuff into chest. Anything else I want? Parallel gearbox, that I just know I just need to get a few more chutes. Fortunately, I have none ready to go. How was your holidays, by the way? Have they been good? Get anything exciting? Nice. Did you get anything exciting? They were relaxed and chill, which was nice to have. Got to hang out with some friends and neighbors. Did you get anything nice? Your sister wants to know if you have siblings. I have one brother. He is an older brother. He's ill today. Yeah? May I ask what you got? Or is that off limits? By the way, hello to McKenna's sister. Oh, fudge. Alrighty. I have a lot of things to put. Got LED lights. Nice. Any particular colors you're in getting to enjoy with it? That sucks. I might need a hopper for that one. Alright, we'll get there in a second. Thank you. I think it's just the flu, so hopefully he does, but I appreciate it. Fudge. Of course, there's no way to connect these properly. And these are kind of needed. So, we're gonna do plan B. Old version redstone. Just a hopper and a chute. Mixing the old with the new. Any particular colors you're leaving the LED lights on? Orange, red, yellow, green, blue. Works. Alright, before I move on, let me actually get these connected. Red. It's a good color. That's a fun color as well. It's fine. Just place these now and worry about it later. Ay, caramba. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. Yeah, so that would have never worked then when I was trying to do. And then these go here. And then they continue along the track. And then they end up somewhere over here to be blown up into the air. So that'll be the next step once I'm done. I'm gonna create a little hobbit hole for me so I can maneuver in this area. Alright. Hopefully this little hobbit hole will help me get everything I need to get done. Throw all that on the ground. Figuring out how in the world I'm gonna get all this stuff to start moving. I'm thinking it's gonna be really simple, but usually it never ends up being simple. Because that would be too nice if my life was that simple in this game. But let's give it a shot. Oh. Works out. Cool. Finally, something that actually went well. Do you play Minecraft, by the way, McKenna? You and your sister? Alright, well that's working. Everything's now being transported down the line. Okay, this needs to be 2 of the chain drives. There we go. And then that will happen. So I should fix things for now. Yeah? Do you guys play vanilla? Or modded? So there should be a fan here. So that's where the fan will go. Build houses and put most of stuff and stuff but most time you battle. So you guys do PvP stuff mostly on Minecraft. It's fair. It's kind of cool to see you guys are bonding in that way. You know, it's pretty cool to see you guys bond in that way. All right, so hope this works. Shoot, I should go up that way. I can't tell if it's blowing up or down. I think it's sucking. Yeah. It's always the problem with these projects is trying to figure out how to do everything. So I think in order to fix this problem is going to be a gearbox situation. I think it's just a gear situation here. Yep. Perfecto. Okay. So next thing is getting these teleported up. Or transferred, I'm sorry, not teleported. I need a funnel. Alright. Doesn't blow fast, but doesn't need to. It just needs to blow fast enough to get stuff out of here. May I ask how old you guys are, by the way, McKenna? Just as a reference. I don't want to speak about things if, you guys are a bit young. That being said, that's more private, I understand. I'd rather you keep it private if you need to. Alright, so that stuff's all flowing up to its destination. I'm honestly just gonna leave it like that. I don't really have a preference on that note. Alright, so now I gotta get all these covered real quick before I move on. I want these all nice and covered and looking pretty. Then I'll work on the next part. This is 18, you're 19. Okay. Happy to hear that. That makes everything you said a bit more shocking, actually. I respect it. At least the bonding thing. Oi. You guys from the US? Or are you guys, I say Egypt. Europe. Yeah, that's definitely in Europe. It's from like the Middle East. Tennessee, okay. So in that case, then we're somewhat neighbors. I live down below you in Kentucky. Home of Colonel Sanders. At least it's chicken anyway. Pull these down. Things I can't even see this part. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I think it creates less lag. So. Just not having to render in as much detail. Yeah. I've only been there a couple times down in Tennessee. We went to Pigeon Forge in that area. That was a nice location to go to. Your guys' amusement park city. I don't know actually what you would call that, but yeah. It was nice to go. It was an enjoyable experience. I also realized I also need a double chest. Actually, no, I don't. I just need hoppers. I do need another chest, though, so I need to go grab some more supplies. I forgot to grab a couple things. There's so much bone meal stuff. Alright, so let me go ahead and clear out the back of these. These can finally be cleared. Shouldn't be too difficult. Blooming Thorn Tavern, if that helps her in any way. I know there's a vertical format and then there's a horizontal format. So if you guys would rather watch the horizontal, there is that format on the channel. I just do both. One for kind of like advertising, the other one's more for longer viewership. I appreciate that though. Alright, let me go dump all this in that chest real quick and then I'll head off back to the base and grab some stuff I need for the rest of this. Alright, cool. Everything is nice and sorted. Alright, let me go grab the other stuff I'm gonna need for this. Quickly pop this back in the thing. There you go. You're good. I appreciate you. Not much. Yeah, she doing it. Oh, we're all good. Hello, child. Forgive me, my son. Ow. Well, that's about the right response. Bring in the adults. I take it that Victoria Valentine would be your YouTube handle. I appreciate the subscription. If not, my apologies. Depends what you mean by that. I would say I have read one in particular. I don't read them. I probably the only one I actually read. But there's a way I could say yes, and there's a way I could probably say no. I don't know if I've even read a romance novel. The only one I've ever read is the Bible. But I know some people don't consider that a romance book. I mean, honestly, he brought his parents. So honestly, I by all means. He honestly brought the right people back to his family. But I know some people don't really consider the Bible a romance. But there is a book in there that is a romantic novel. Surprisingly enough. Which ones do you read? Autumn. Ooh. Back it up. Back it up. Oi! Oh. Take turn, you crazy thing. The monster romance. So, like, when either or person falls in love with a monster? Or is that a specific book? What do you call it? Like, series. Okay, so it's where a monster falls in love with someone, like a vampire or werewolf, or like more like Cthulhu like monster. I don't really know. I don't really know much about them, but I am willing to talk about it. That being said, I don't know if there ever be a story about someone falling in love with a Cthulhu monster. Probably is somewhere though. It's probably somewhere. It's out there somewhere. Oh, do I want to make chests? Well, gargoyles can be quite beautiful in some ways. The one from I, Frankenstein kind of gets me some ideas. I could see the falling in love with that kind of beast. So then I imagine then you've read Twilight? I know that's a famous one. It is quite older, but I definitely know that is one of those stories. Okay, so I got the chests. I got the hoppers. I just gotta get another hopper because of the way things have got to work out. So, okay, yeah, we're good. He was Scottish. Well, gargoyles are from that area, so they are considered protectors and angels in a way. So, fair enough. I kind of figured. You've seen the movie, not the book. I'm assuming you're talking about Twilight? Or are you talking about the I, Frankenstein? As for which, I've seen both. I've had my opportunity to watch the movie of both I, Frankenstein and Twilight. It's been a very long time since I've seen either or. Alright, so I got all that stuff. I just need another hopper. I also gotta go out and get some leaves. I need to finish up this build. I've been kind of lazy. Been a wee bit lazy. Twilight, I zoned out for half the conversation. You're good. Twilight, okay. You're fine. Twilight's a good movie. I mean, it's decent. There's another movie out there. I don't know if you know it, but it's called Beastly. I know I watched that as well. Edward and the Dog Boy. Where, what's her name? Oh, I forgot her name. I know who the actress is, but I don't remember the name of the character. Or she basically has a love triangle between those two. Then ends up at like an all-out war between the vampires and the vampires, I guess. Thank you, Bella. That was the name. That is the name. I know who the actress is. I don't remember her name. Actually, now that I think about it, but I just could not remember the character. That's fair. Obviously, I'm more of a fan of werewolves anyway, but that's not really something that has to deal with the story. Though honestly, I don't know who could fall in love with a werewolf after seeing like Harry Potter's werewolf. That seems more realistic, and that thing looks just downright creepy. But I do like the way they put it. They just turn them into wolves. Jake. Yep, that's his name. Jake is his name. That does sound right. It's Jacob. But I guess people called him Jake. Alright, so let me go and fix this. Somehow they started burning for some reason. Let's see. How did I have this built? I can't tell. I think this was put on top. That looks like that was connected downward. There's also another one where like where I guess the girl fell in love with like a zombie. I think it's called Warm Bodies. Yeah, I think that was the name of the story. I don't remember watching it, but I remember we did have at one point watched it. But I don't remember watching it now. That's another one. There's a lot of movies out there, I guess, that have people falling in love with monsters. Quite the conundrum in our world. But monsters are beautiful in their own way, depending on the type of monster. Snape? Yeah. He's definitely a character that you kind of get a twist from, especially in the books. I have like the whole collection over here somewhere on this shelf. He's definitely one of those twist characters. You're like, oh. One bodies, yeah. It's interesting. It's the zombies played by the guy who played as Beast on the recent X-Men's. I don't know his name, but it's that guy. And that was kind of during before X-Men, the newer version of X-Men. And that was definitely a nice situation. Alright, there they go. Now the question is how to access the bone meal. I guess we'll just have a chest right here. That's all I can think of, because I don't really want to have to do anything crazy. Alright, so I'm going to have to go tiny for a minute. I gotta become a hobbit real quick. Yeah, Snape is a really cool character. I also liked the guy who played the werewolf. I forgot his name. Professor Lupin? Professor Lupin's a really cool character. I like him from the whole book. Honestly, I have a lot. The biggest thing is you gotta tell me mammal, fish, lizard, bug, bird, I guess. There are some birds I do like. So it depends on what you mean. There's a lot of different animals I like. So I like the whole animal kingdom in general. I wanted to be a zoologist when I was growing up, so did a lot of studying in that world. Fish. Particularly for its goofy-list looking is going to be the goblin shark, aka the elfin shark. Because of its goofy look, he always looks like he has a question he wants to ask me. So I've come to like the elfin shark for his goofy look. But generally, it's just sharks in general. I love sharks. I think they're amazing creatures and that they've been quite the interesting animal. Oh yeah, they're some of the most friendliest. That's why they keep them in zoos, because they're friendly. Along with, what, hammerheads, tiger sharks, and everything else. The only ones that can't keep are like the ones that have to stay mobile. Like makos, great whites, or just the whites in general. What others can they not keep? Whale sharks, they're just too big. And they have to keep moving so they can breathe. So. They have tried to keep great whites in captivity, but it never worked out. They kind of drowned. Alright, well that's a bone meal farm. And it seems to be working at a decent amount to get rid of every bit of excess. So, yay! Happy days. Happy, happy days. Alright, so that project is done. I have a list over here. I'm going to check that off. Next thing is going to be the villager trading hall. Let's get to work on that. BLM sharks are very nice. Mammalian-wise, in the mammal world, I like every bit of mammals. I like most mammals. There's not one I find despising or hating. Most mammals have their own way of life that I just adore. I really wanted to work in that field. I just never got the opportunity. Because I had to switch gears. So. Cool. Golly. It's about what I feel like in normal life, since I'm only 5'4". It's about what normal life feels like. Yeah, they are amazing critters out there. How about you guys? Any particular animals that pique your interest? Alright. We're the same height, 5'4". That explains why I can't find my clothes, my size. You're in Tennessee though, I'm in Kentucky, but it seems like a lot of people are about my height. Turtles and wolves. Speaking of wolves, I do like wolves, and turtles are amazing creatures too. Sea turtles or freshwater turtle? And wolves are great. I love wolves. I actually have had an experience in Florida that had to deal with wolves. Got to pet them and everything. They were like tame wolves. And they were basically a petting zoo of them in an area of the zoo, and it was unique. They were like dogs. Just bigger. And could probably want to kill you if they felt like it. Thankfully, they did not feel like it that time. They just wanted to be loved. Alright, so that's done. Let me go check on my tortillas. Get my tortilla chip quest finished. Bingo! I don't know how like this turns into tortilla chips, but you know what? We're not going to question the mentality. Alright, Order of Engineers, tortilla chips. complete. And now I can complete this as many times as I want. Nice. That is something I do want to work on, but not today. That is a long-scale project. But I am almost there to make that stuff. Alright, I do want to work on making sturdy waffles as well. Is that an L? So lichen? I like the name. That's a perfect name for a dog. Especially considering they're named after the mythical, I think. So if I want to make this, I need to take dough balls and turn them into sturdy waffles. Fun. So I have a choice between nut flour and wheat flour. Well, I do want to go and work on this, so this will take a few moments to prep. I'm not in my kitchen. I'll sleep in a moment. Oh, where did I put the wheat? Here it is. So if I grind this, how much dough do I get? 25% chance, that's 1 in 4. Assuming that math even checks out and there's not like variables. So a stack would give me 16 extra. At this point, it's not even worth trying to do the math. Just give me 4 stacks. Gee. And then if I remember right, if I take that and I mix it with water, it turns into dough. Yeah. So go ahead and start getting this stuff prepped. That's fair. Is the pit bull well behaved, by the way? Because I know pit bulls can be lovable animals provided they're raised right. They actually be quite the friendliest of the bunch. I honestly forgot about my dogs. Holy! It's good no one need that. Is that all this is used for? That is so depressing. I don't even know what these are freaking used for. What you got left? Oh. Nice. Well, out of the 4 stacks, I got about an extra stack worth, so. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, do you guys normally do video gaming then? Sounds like you guys are big gamers. That is the dog way, isn't it? Just to cause chaos and then just be like, I didn't do it. I promise I didn't do it. Don't hurt me. That is the common. Oh, mastic resin, right? That'll be a future problem. Oh, that's why I couldn't use wheat seeds, right? Well, there's not much I can really use for this stuff, unfortunately. I'm unfortunately stuck on that note. Alright, that's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna leave that to its business. And I got the next thing to work on. Yeah, you guys do gaming mostly as your hobby? Any other hobbies besides gaming and, of course, reading? So I'll work on sturdy waffles. So villager trading hall. I need to go visualize my idea. I need to go look at it and take a real hard look at it. Because my goal is to turn this into the trading hall. Yeah, I know it's possible. I don't want to do wooden. Considering we got kind of like a medieval build. So libraries were commonly built out of cobblestone because they could afford it, and it kept better resistance to moisture, I think, and dust. So this is where things get complicated for me because I'm trying to really make this look right. Sassy is actually like the perfect space to make it look like the Krusty Krab. Make a Krusty Krab library. I won't do that, but that is funny. Oh, we'll just kind of make it work. We'll just work with it and just see what I can do. I can never visualize. I just kind of have to just start working, and eventually something will come out of my brain that'll work. Comes with my conditions. What do I have in terms of builders blocks? Could use tough. I think I probably want to start with like a deep slate layer though first, and then we kind of work our way into that. So take a few stacks and kind of work with that and see how that goes. See how it progresses. Obviously, I don't know what nitwit puts the library outside the wall, but here we are. Looks good. Thankfully, Easy Villagers makes this whole process a lot easier than it needs to be. I'm actually gonna leave this be the doorway. Yeah, makes sense. And I think I'm gonna make the windows up high since this is all gonna be filled in with like books and stuff. So I basically want this to look like an ancient library. Oh, I realized I accidentally did the texturing. Whoops. I forgot this stuff is like logs. I will say I do like the mixed textures. Looks good. Put those here in order just to put the doorway in. Alright. I think that looks good for a start. And then from here I can add more detail now and kind of do a bit more of a stone layer inside for an inlay. There you go. Taiki. Black crap's gotten full. Do you guys have any animals besides a dog? Besides a pit bull? Let's see. It's back. Oh, I guess we can go with just stone. No. Have you guys had any in the past that have passed by chance? I know that might be a bit of a rough spot to ask, but I'm a little curious. A black lab? I'm sorry. Have they passed away recently, or has it been quite a while? Considering you remembered, I imagine it's got to be kind of recently, right? Since you're only 18. That's rough. That's rough. Sorry to hear that. I lost my best bud I think around 2022. He was a cat, and he got very sick real fast. Her name was Freya. She was a rescue. That's very nice of you guys to rescue her. Sounds like she got to live a good life before she passed. In my biggest sympathies, I know that's rough. I lost my best bud a couple years ago, like I said, and it was rough too. So I can understand your pain. Still seems kind of raw. Especially with a disease that can't really be properly cured easily. So I can understand that. Good to see you have a good outlook about it. I fact I've accidentally built like a brick, by the way. I have to knock this down a bit. Kind of create these hollow corners. Yeah. And then I think we just go with like a curvature dome. So kind of medieval, kind of Renaissance-y dome. I think that kind of makes sense for this kind of build. Allows us to kind of go up. Yeah. I think it'll look good with a nice little dome structure. The glass roof on top, make it look really nice. Just need a bit more stone. Okay. So you guys go back to school? Are you guys gonna go into college soon? You guys being older? Yeah, we'll keep it here. And then this will be the height it stays. So, at least the stone structure. Obviously, if you don't want to answer that, you don't have to. Oh. So you're out of school and you're homeschooled? Gotcha. It's a nice way to be schooled. I was homeschooled, so I respect it. I'm trying to think about how to do the glass roof, but it's gonna be a bit rough. Right now it just looks like a boulder. Gotta add some struts and stuff to make it look like it was actually man-made. I don't know if that's on my side or not. Let me check. That could very well be on my side. Not exactly sure. It's on low latency, so that might be the case. That might be why it's kind of coming in late. I also am using Streamlabs, so that kind of delays it. So whenever I see it, because I multi-stream, and so it takes a bit to get to every location. So that way I have everybody's chat open. So that could be why it may be a little delayed. So if you're able to be patient, I'd appreciate it. But if not, I understand. So my apologies. I need glass. See, I don't know if I want to just use regular glass or not. Soundproof glass, okay. I almost like the idea of these like oak windows, but I don't think it's going to be visible from the bottom because of the way that crap works. I don't think it's going to work how I want. Could just go with white. White would be a nice color. I think I will. White sounds good. No. I didn't figure that. I always understood why it was slow. You're good. I just know with like personal topics, I try to always be open about not having to share things because I don't want anyone feeling like they have to share what may be sensitive information to them. Because I do respect people's privacy as best I can. It's fine. I think I have the right stuff I need. I think white stained glass will make this look good. Will kind of show like the sun's hitting it most of the time anyway. And off a shine. Hui. Comes the tough part. I could theoretically just leave it like this, honestly. Just cover up the rest now and just close it up. I think I want to go one more. And then I'll stop it. That'll be a proper nice dome-like structure. Have you ever played with mods, by the way, McKenna? Seeing you know what mods are, it sounds like you might have touched on them at some point. There we go. Hopefully that should be able to support itself, theoretically, so... Alright, let me go find some wood stuff to see if I can't make some, like, struts or something. Kind of keep everything up. Yeah. Any particular mods? This way. Oh, let's see. Logs. Just download the free ones. Do you play Bedrock? Or do you play Java? Okay, when you say that, it sounds like you play Bedrock. Let's go with Maple. I think Maple will add a nice dark tone to the... I actually don't want it to be dark. Yes, I do. I think that's fine, honestly. That adds a nice thing. Okay, so it's Bedrock. Gotcha. That sounds like Bedrock. Is there any particular ones you like to play that are free? From the free ones? It's good. Looks good. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to do the struts. Sick. Hiker's friend and puppy daycare. So puppy daycare sounds pretty easy to understand what that is. What's hiker's friend? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a bit high. That looks better. I know that the wood doesn't really connect with the doorway look, but I'm okay with that, honestly. Has add-on items for hiking like sleeping bags, lanterns, and other things such as camping chairs. Okay, so it's literally just allows you to live a nomadic life, so to speak. That's cool. I like those kind of mods. I play on Java, so I get, oh, what's it called? Curse Forge and FTB Ultimate, or FTB stuff. So all of it's free. You make an account, you play it on computer, and it's free, and you get all these different access to mods and stuff, so that's why. That's fair. Comes with a bunch more. Sure. I appreciate the honesty, so. That looks good. It kind of connects everything up a bit. To be honest, I don't even know all the mods in this pack, so it makes me feel better. Just gonna remove those, so I don't need that. And then I want to add some like texturing out here to make it kind of look a bit more connected. Because right now it just looks like a giant supported boulder. So I need to come out here and try to figure out some texturing ideas. Unfortunately, we do not have vertical slabs. I do not have the bookshelves. Or the new shelves from the new update. So, I guess we will work with trapdoors. Preferably not from maple, though. Maybe we'll go with pine. Let's see what pine looks like. Pine. Yep, that looks good. I'm not glad that solid texture kind of scares me, though. Birch seems unnecessary. Florist stems, no. Oak, no. How about Jakarta? Jakarta, no. What about fir? Fir. Door. No. I want a solid texture, so I guess we're gonna go spruce. Alright. You've unfortunately forced my hand game. There's also this one, but I don't want to use that. It's too red. Use these up as well. So besides Minecraft, you play... What else do you play? And since I know that's one of them. I can go get more dark oak and make more of these if I really want to continue this. Which I think I do. I think it looks nice. So yeah, I think I will go back and do more. Anyways, oh no. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Art Racers, Dingo, Crash, and Last of Us 2. Nice. Really good games. I've never heard of Dingo Crash. What is that? That's probably the only one I don't know, actually. Alright. That looks better. Yes, I definitely want to connect these up, make them look nice and more connected. And then I think we'll also go ahead and put a couple more here. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Okay. So is that what Dingo Crash is? Or is that, you mean just Crash Bandicoot and then something else called Dingo? In that case, I've never heard of Dingo. I might continue that up. I don't know yet. It had Dingo in it or something, but the name was Crash Bandicoot. Okay. So it's Crash Bandicoot, something with Dingo in it. Okay. Take your word for it. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. I'm not really worried about these ones being all nice and strutty. It's all meant to be about perspective. Do I like it is the question. No, I don't. I don't know what to do with the top area. That's kind of hard. Like I said, I actually do love The Last of Us. I actually have played them both a lot, so they're both really fun. Have you played part 1? Or just part 2? I think I know what I need to do. I think I just need to add some like side railings for like stairs. I think that'll make it look better. Let me go make some stone stairs and see if I can't make that work. No? Is there any particular reason for that? Just part 2. What's the particular reason for that? that. This anymore. I don't have any dark oak, so I'm going to go grab that later and slap that on the top of it. Oh, keys up the ironwood door. Anything else? Not from here. Have you gotten interested in it? Would you ever try to go play it? Or no? Oh, it's cut stone. I think we keep the stone texture, but I think we do this one differently. Oh, okay, so you have been, but right now your main focus is getting Resident Evil on the mobile phone. Or on mobile, sorry. That's fair. That's a fair reasoning. I respect it. Is it actually... Which one? I don't play Resident Evil, but which one is it? Is it just the first one? Ah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Is it already out? Are you just trying to save up now? Resident Evil 4, okay. Gotcha. That looks good. I'm hoping this is adding the right texture that I want. You don't know if it's out, but you're trying to figure it out. Resident Evil 4 on mobile? Android or Apple? Android. Yeah, I don't see it on here. I don't know how you would. How do you do that exactly? Do you have like a lead on how to do that? Is what I mean. Let's add some texture. I'm not sure on how happy I am with that so far. Maybe some walls may help. I don't know. I do like this. It's nice and comfy. Have you found any leads from that? That seem like they'll work? That works. Not yet. Fair enough. How'd you find out about it being on mobile? Good. We'll go here. This is better. Yeah, it's all that problem coming a mile away. I would love for that stair to not do that. I wonder if I just have to do this and then just do that. Nope. Because this game doesn't like me. That looks so much better if I can make the stair do that. I was hoping it would because I wanted to play the game mainly to see Leon Kennedy and kick zombies. Oh, okay. So are you just gonna get on console then? Or what are you gonna try to do then? Looks good. Probably. That's fair. Have you played any of the other Resident Evils, or is this gonna be like your first one? Yeah. Gotcha. Alright, so there's gonna be plenty of space for the villager trading hall. It may not seem like it, but with easy villagers, it makes it a stitch, so. I don't know. I'm only gonna use this. I only ever use this just to see, because I can't. First time playing. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself on it, of course. I'm only using this mode just to see what else it needs. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, part of me wants to just say walls. Maybe some greenery could do right here, and I can kind of break this stuff up. Make it look more... less like a boulder and more like a place where plants actually live and thrive. Ow. Dirt. There we go. What got you interested in playing playing Resident Evil? Did you watch somebody play it, or is it just something that you've always known and have finally kind of got there? I'm gonna use up these redwoods. I need to use them up anyway, and I think it'll look nice on it. Add a different color splash. Okay, gotcha. Well, I wish you the best, man. I appreciate you hanging about. It's been nice talking to you. Hope to see you again soon, or otherwise. Otherwise, I wish you the best. set. Whatever. Works all the same. Yeah, that's just kind of breaking up the color. So I kind of like that. Well. It's breaking up the color a bit so I can actually have some proper plants. So, I like it. I like it. Trying to think about what to add on top of it to make it look nice. Probably just some flowers. That'll probably be the best thing to add. Which thankfully I have a lot of. Yeah, we can do some allium. Do some white allium. Maybe not that, actually. I do want white, but not that color. We can do cyan amaranth. I like the color orange, but I don't know if I want to do amaranth. Do rose bushes. 2 sunflowers. One more plant. Sure. These are a nice good splash of green. Couple pinks, yellow. Alright, I'm not allowed to. And some leaves. Actually, I should probably do a different height thing. There we go. Not perfect, but it works. I don't know why I can't put my sunflower down. I was going to do something with the sun. It can't get sunlight or something. Oh well. So be it. Nope, still can't. Maybe it's just because of the space. There. That breaks up everything a bit, adds a bit of texture, so I like it. It does seem something like librarians would do or monks would do. They would add flowers to the house to make it seem less morbid. Alright. Just gotta slap on the door in the front and get to working on making all the villager pens. Leaves in here, whatever else I can fit. Except for the dirt. And trapdoors. I also want some point to empty this. Yeah. For now, I can go there, though. Alright. I also need some torches of some kind. I was thinking about making sconces. Considering it's an option. It's just torches and iron. I don't know why I'm so tired right now. Honestly, I'm just gonna make however many I can, then piss off. Oh, they look nice. Can I place them on the side? Yes. Let's give me a nice place to put the toilet torches I have. There, that one there. Great. Not great timing right now. I also gotta redo the floor at some point, but that's another time. What if I place him underneath? Alright, you can't do that. Got it. Well, that's plenty of light. Looks good. Let's say make a lever, okay. Or you can haunt them. Let's see, make villager trading. Three iron, redstone, and glass panes. Alright. Is there any way to make these? Okay, that's good to know. Right. Scratched glass from back then. Oof. Can I just bulk blast sand? Yes, okay. That'll make that a little easier. Alright, go drop this off then. Sand, huh? Well, we do have a bit of sand, so that helps. I'm only gonna make 4 stacks. Well, speaking of which, my dough should be done. Kind of putting that off. Let's see, lava. Bruh. So I need 4 stacks of these and 4 stacks of these, plus 1 to eat. So all I gotta do to make this work is just remove those 2, I think. Let that work on itself while I'm busy with other stuff. Well, that was fairly painless. Those gotta go downstairs. Sconces can go in the artistry box. And this goes down here with everything else. Also, I also need to make an automated animal farm as well. I need to stop doing this whole shebang and just make it automated. So that would make everything a little easier. I would have to figure out how in the world to get chicken babies transferred. That's something I have to figure out. I guess I could just use an egg system. Just have them smash them. That's how I would just duplicate eggs. Probably would be the best way to do it, yeah. It should be done by now. Almost. Bum 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 bum. One more. Golly. There we go. I don't know why that didn't just... There we go. My gosh. Gives you resistance, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that's how they stacked. Makes sense, they are quite powerful, so I don't see why you'd want to have them be so easily together. So this is fairly easy as well to do at some point. So really just chicken, egg, carrot, potato, onion, and bread on a bowl. So that kind of makes that recipe a bit more simpler and cheaper. Ay caramba. So if I remember right though, this comes from rubber, which comes from the wood. Silica hardened wrap, which is just a paper, iron, and that. Well, that ain't the most painful thing I've heard of. Crazy. Also, we also gonna do lapis brick slabs. Which, if I could just get 2 stacks of lapis bricks, which means 8 stacks of lapis. Oh, do I even have that available? Also curious about something else while I'm here. Operator tokens. So you can get the black eye fragments, you can get angel wing spell, which I'm assuming means you can fly. Or something. You can get budding amethysts. Get a chorus fruit. Counterspell, infinity, chainsaw, silk touch, enchantment library. The hither thither one. Also get nature's compass. That would be interesting. Unbreakable template would be interesting. There's a lot of interesting things here. I'll have to figure out what I want to do in order to make that work. There's a lot of interesting things in that category. Anyways. We'll come... Well, I wanted to see if I could make the lapis bricks. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, 8. They can be made. They can be made. Which means I can get this done right now. And that'll give me a golden operator token for whatever hootenanny I might need later. Oh, here's your lapis bricks. That's for engineering token level 3. I'll have to put that as somewhere else later. Right now, it can go there. I just kind of forgot what's also in that category. So you get things to find to respawn bosses. You get an amethyst rapier, echoing strikes, evasion, endless quiver, berserker's fury, some legendary random eldritch scroll, netherite scrap, library of Alexandria. You get the rod of discord. You get different eyes, parts, Star Fury, and Quetzalcoatl set, and the block picker. Allows you to grab and move blocks to affect entities if enchanted with gravity gun, allows you to move them and even launch them into the air. It's a cool idea. Don't know if I'm gonna actually get that though, because nah. Anyways, let's go and get these guys moved in. These guys, I think at this point, deserve to be moved in now. Oh, where to start? Probably just here. This place is gonna be full. I want them to at least be 3 high. That should be a whole nice compact village trader area. I do want to decorate it, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now, but it is finished, so. Let's scratch that off the list. I do need to decorate it. So I still got the mob farm, train hall, ore generation, brass generation, and electron tube generation in that order. Sturdy waffles are done. Cake can be done soon. If then whenever I decide to do cake. Actually, you make this thing. So you make a chocolate and wrapped stroopwafel. Which you make by making an unbaked stroopwafel, which is made by a sweet dough. Which is why I need a honey farm. Great. I'm just built for suffering at this point. As far as I know, there's no way to make honey. So the only way in order to get honey is through those means. That sucks, man. That sucks. Spout gun, honey. Yeah. Cheese souffle, I think you have to bake it. Yeah, you have to do the whole frying setup. Eesh. I ain't there yet. So what else do I want to do? I have a couple hours. I do need to take a look at the mob farm and see what else I need for it. I know I was building with like iron, quartz, and some other white block. I just can't remember what it was. Oh, you're right. Alright, I go eat my freaking sturdy waffle. Alright, so another one eaten. Just turn it around. Okay. That's why I gotta build a train yard at some point. I really need a place I can put these trains. Alright, hello, mob farm. One I already know it's not a perfect circle. Oh, I made it out of diorite, that's right. I was making it out of diorite, quartz, and iron. So this is tiled diorite, that's tiled diorite. Iron block panels. I thought I was using quartz. Guess not. Alright, so I'm just using diorite and then iron. Huh. Oh, I have so much lapis. Holy crap. I do need this stuff. I need to go and bring it back. I need to go probably bring back a lot of the stuff by now. Just been a bit lazy. We'll bring back the lapis. For now, I can leave the rest in good confidence. I don't need it just yet. Right. Oh, here comes the enemy. You enjoy yourself, mate. Oh crap, this thing's slow. Ow. Ow. Move it. Oh, I just buys those things. I know there's like a way to turn around here. I've done it before. That's right. Wait. There we go. He's in the chest. Nice buttload of materials. Not bad. I need it for the Trilogy Trading Hall, so I want to finish that up properly before I do anything else. Also, I forgot coal and all that does not belong in here. And including redstone. I feel like a stack and a half is a bit too much, so that should be enough. Alright, go grab some glass, grab the iron, and then head on over. I just gotta get the iron. $32. See how far that gets me. Yes, yes, Mr. Armadillos, don't worry, you're safe. At some point, this thing might get backed up. At some point. done. And a few more. I'm not sure how many of these I'm actually going to need, but at least it's full to the brim. So, not overly worried about it. So that is now properly finished. Still gotta decorate it, but that's another time. Just want to get that stuff finished. Glass away. Powder. Speaking of which, how are we doing? Still doing okay. Just make sure I still have food in this basket. Once I run out, I'm going to have to do a giant amount of cooking. Alright, so that's done, that's done. And I do need to work on the grinder. That problem is also I don't really have all the materials I need to do everything. So I gotta make... I got the wool. The tears are a bit worrisome. Yeah, I got like 8 of those things in my backpack. One's a spider spawner, we got piglin brutes, wither skeletons, zombie spawners, blaze spawners, skeleton spawners, pillager, and zombified piglin. So I mean we got like the 4 basic, or 3 of the basic beasts, and then we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different beasts. Ones that worry me the most are gonna probably be the what do you call them? Blazes. They're a bit worrisome. Because they don't exactly behave. They like to be little pricks and move around. I feel like if there's like no reason for them to flame on fire, they might just sink to the ground. So I know they kind of do that crap. Then all I gotta do is lead them away with belts. So. Because it will have to use belts to get them all moving. Just getting them to initially fall off first is pretty much the biggest part. So. Alright. I was gonna go get some diorite, but I'm gonna get these all crafted up first. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, that gives me about 6 stacks of blocks to work with on that note. Then that'll just leave me having to get diorite. So I guess I'm going down to the mines. And I think I had picked this block. Alright, let's go grab some diorite. See if I can find any. I think it's like how much store all this experience, because I don't know if there's an experience store besides backpacks. Oh, I wish it just mined the diorite. Holy vein of diorite. Small square. I wonder if I have enough diorite. Holy frick. Well, I might just have enough. At least for like a little while, anyway. That'll do it. And we're looking for the same texture. Oh, where are they? There they are. Alright. Let's go make this look nice. At least somewhat. Attempts just to walk this all the way down the track. Wait, what? Oh, I guess I'm standing on like the central part of it. Alright. Like, I've tried jumping onto this before, and it always made me fall through. I'm going. Perfect. Alright, T. Out into the pits. I think it's gonna be freaking huge. At some point there will be some like cross beams in which these things sit on, but for now it's just gonna look like that. So I think I definitely want to finish up this line and start off on a new set of diorite now. Okay. Actually, no. It would be iron going up to the top, and then you would get diorite somewhere at the top, and then iron would go from the bottom up to the top. So... go down a little bit, and then that's where it kind of starts to... probably where it would recede. That's fine. Start to recede there. Okay, maybe make this decently long enough too, because this is going to be a very long tower. Come on. That's fine. I'll have it come down again. And at some point, I must have to continue it on this side as well. I gotta remember that. Iron will start back up there somewhere, so... Gonna do a couple lines of this. Wait a moment. probably do this one as well, because that's more of an interior level. So, want that to go about there, and this will continue. There. So I'll go here. That goes further. And that's probably where that'll stop now. So now it's just these I have to come down for a little bit. Alright, I'll come right back to that in a moment. So I guess I would probably want this now to start here. Oh, frick's sake. Probably also didn't help that I butchered the circle. A little off kilter in an area. Wrong block, nitwit. So that actually needs to come down a bit farther. That's fine. And then this continues over here. Continues over here. Then this comes out. This way. This way. Alright. That's how everything has to start slowly coming down to the corner. To the bottom edge. Probably just drop that off there, honestly. There. Down. And then one more block. Does that look like a decent shine? It does. Alright, well now I can go work on the iron side. Hey AJ, how you doing, my brother? You doing okay? How's college? Doing good, man. What do you mean by surfing? Are you actually surfing? I'm doing as best I can, man. I'm holding on as best I can. About a 4 out of 10 these last couple of weeks, so. Maybe even a 2 out of 10, to be honest. At some points. Suffering. Oh, okay. Thank you for distincting that. Apparently, text or autocorrects wanted you to say surfing. Just been a rough time, brother. It's been a really rough time. I don't know why. Just been feeling numb. There's not much that can fix that, unfortunately. Oh, it's good to know we're not alone, eh? Has college been going well for you? I appreciate your support, brother, as always. Good. Remember from last time you said you were having a pretty rough time, so happy to hear that things are looking up for you. Anything interesting been going on for you? Or how's your holidays? I know you're not one for the holidays, but still. Figured I ask. There. Oh. They have reached the bottom. How's that? What happened? Ham get burnt? Or something more worse? We have run out of iron. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, well, looks like diorite is not as much necessary as much anymore. I don't think I ever finished this part because I ran out of diorite, so... I don't think I finished this either. Okay, how so? I can tell I didn't finish that either. Yikes. That needs one more layer of diorite. That would do it. That would do it. I didn't go in the right direction. I did not. Holy frick. I don't know what I thought I was doing when I was doing this, but holy frick, I messed up. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. My sympathies. When you said it was messed up, I thought you meant like something else, to be honest. I thought something bad happened, which Effectively, that is. I thought something much worse happened. Yeah. Yeah, that would happen. I'm grateful I never got to experience that in my life. So, sorry to hear that, though. I don't want to put this about me. Sorry to hear that, man. Happy said maybe it's best time to lay off, eh? I'm kind of grateful I now got to experience that, to be honest. I honestly don't know if it's luck. I just didn't really want to experience that. Even if I did go to college, I don't think I ever would have tried to experience that stuff. I probably would have just stuck to myself and did my classes. Yeah, probably be best. Ooh, it's too far. Ow. Is there... That also diorite? It is. So... Probably just need to stop there. You're fine. I'm sorry, man. It is rough to go through heartbreak. I give it that. Ow. That's the right height. So I can definitely understand. I guess all that leaves now is just the iron blocks I gotta do. Yeah, enjoy it. I know it's been a while. I did enjoy myself in those games, I won't lie. They're really fun to just goof around in. It is. It's really fun to play Dying Light. It's really goofy and funny, honestly, half the time. The zombies are all mostly walking zombies, so they aren't really all that smart. We'll add one more line, a couple more lines, and then I think we are good. Come on, Brett. Thought we worked this out, man. Ah. Alright. Looks good enough for me, for now. I just gotta get the iron and some more diorite and get that stuff patched up and done. That'll be the nice mob farm for a little while. And of course, it's extendable at some point. I mean, that could be debated. I agree that them being mean's not right, but I also agree that maybe you shouldn't punch them. We're gonna be honest here. Sometimes holding back's a better strength than punching. But I feel bad for both you and the teacher. weird to me to think that a teacher has just a gold tooth. But fair enough. Means he doesn't really care. It doesn't seem like he cares much about the school then. It's a freaking gold tooth. But nevertheless. I am so much tired in this thing. Righty. So your brother's in college now as well, huh? Okay. It's a bit of information you kind of left out on me. If we get some more diorite. Team is back up. Well, I give credit for your brother coming all the way over to where you're at to do that. So I don't really, like I said, I don't really give credit to the whole act itself. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's that? That's a weird sound. Whatever. I have a lot of building to do in order to get this thing finished. Much easier with a freaking wand, but I'm not allowed to use that because I don't want to use one that breaks. So I will just have to wait. Hey, I feel for your business partners if you ever, whenever you go into business. I feel for them. They're gonna have a rough time with you. Oh, for frick's sake. Which ones? The newer ones? The business people you're going to work with since you're going into business. They ever cross you? All of them? Okay, what do you mean by all? Like which ones? There's different ones. Oh, just because they might tee you off sometimes. That just happens in business, and it's quite common. So I wish you luck in that. Starting from the PS1's one, then going up. Okay. Wish you the best on that. Hope you enjoy yourself. So now you're in Germany. Okay. That's honestly not surprising. That is honestly not surprising. Hey, Autumn. I'm a queen now. Fair enough. Don't remember anything about Germany. I know it's been a while, but I don't remember you talking about anything about Germany. It's good to see you back, Autumn. That looks good enough. That looks good enough. Alright. Time to go over here now. Oh, for frick's sake. Oh, come on. You're going back home to Korea forever. Okay. Well, I wish you the best on those endeavors. So wait, Korea's your home now? I swear the lore behind your life is has gone so chaotic for me. Okay. Well, this is some new tidbit of lore that's changed. I swear, the amount of stuff you've told me so far in this timeline you've told me about, it has been quite the chaotic storyline. I always has been like that. That's where I was born in. Okay. New information to me then. New information to me. So I'll just make sure to mark off my previous information and mark that down instead. I'll just leave it like that. Right. Where's this go? This is gonna require so much dangum freaking iron. Okay, so we've now lost the other two names, and now we are with Lee. Okay, Lee. Still gonna call you Jay. That's how I've known you so far. Unless you would rather me call you Lee, then I will call you Lee. I cannot exactly say I will remember that. To be quite honest with you. Okay. Fair enough. So far, it's coming together. Slowly but surely, it's coming together. It's gonna be just a tube of death. Our monsters go to be ground up into mass, or all their drops. I'm building a mob farm. It's where I'm basically going to use spawners and have them drop their stuff. So, slowly but surely working on that. Slowly but surely. It has taken quite the while. That being said, other mobs might spawn in there as well. I don't know. At the bottom at some point we'll use that for a lava farm, but for now. Game called what's it called? How Many Dudes? It's a demo. It's basically a roguelike where you basically do like the 100 dudes versus a gorilla type of idea, but you kind of start off with one dude and you slowly work on getting different kinds of dudes that you work on building into like this army that fights off other armies of creatures like gorillas, ducks, geese, unicorns, horses, yeah, that kind of stuff. And then they base it on size, like duck size, horse size, kind of thing. So, also toddlers for some reason. I don't know why toddlers are in that mix, but yeah. Yeah, it's a demo. It's free on computers, so. Beyond that, not much else. I've actually been kind of just chilling and taking a break from playing stuff on the computer for a little while. In need of a bit of a break. Oh, right, I created the new stuff, right? Only applies when wearing full netherite set. Helmet, back tank, leggings, and boots. And the back needs air pressure. Okay. So the forest. So, no big deal. Fair enough. Ah. So I'm definitely not shying away from fighting demons. Though I would say these toddlers are not demons. They are animated little farts. I'm not going to say too much about that because yeah. I'm trying not to get banned for talking about it too much because it is a game, but without the context, it does sound pretty weird. I mean, there are legends about them, but no, yeah, it would be weird. There's a few legends out there about demons or things of the like. They're not real, though. The only thing I think of that would be anything close to that would be like cherubim, but cherubim are like way creepier than that. Thousands of eyes, thousands of wings. Yeah, there are legends from about babies who have died of the womb and they come back and haunt the mother basically and try to kill her. It's a legend. I forget what they call them though. I know it's in The Witcher. I know it's based off a real thing. It's like a Norse folklore legend. It's weird stuff. But yeah, there are legends about that kind of stuff. That's good. What are you reading? So I'm having to wait on iron, unfortunately, so I'm a bit stuck on that note. And I don't think my guys are producing enough iron fast enough. Crikey. There is just so much stuff. so much. Ay, caramba. Oh my gosh. The lag. Oh boy. So I know I still gotta work on the mob farm. That's gonna take a while. My favorite part is the one with the blind man, and Jesus told him to wash in a river. Wash in the river. A blind man to go wash in the river. That one does not sound very familiar to me. Are you sure that's a story? You never got. There was no one ever told to go wash in a river. Maybe you got some of the parts wrong? There's a lot of different blind men. There is a different one, though. Nothing like that. There's nothing in the river. Are you sure you're not talking about the one where he got healed by Jesus with mud? And then he had him go wash it off? Is that the one you're talking about? No. Okay. Well, there's nothing like that in the real stories. I don't know which one you got, but there's nothing like that. And that I am 100% sure of. So I don't know where exactly you're reading, but there's nothing like that. Though I don't doubt that that might have happened, it was never written down. So you might want to go find it real quick and then see if you got all the parts correct. Oh, what did I actually have automated? Wheels, cog wheels. Right. Hello, sir. Well, as far as I'm aware, there's no story like that. He has healed a lot of blind men, that is true. There was a couple of instances where he did tell people to go wash in something, but there's nothing about a river. No blind guy, anyway, going washing in a river. Oh. I'm happy you're reading the Bible, nevertheless. Just might want to work on getting it correct. Otherwise, you're good. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I know you can. So I just want to make sure you go back and check and see if it helps you memorize it. As you reread it more and more and more, you tend to get memorized. So it does take a lot of reading it to get the memorization down. You're all good. I just want to make sure you get it right, that's all. At the end of the day, Jesus does do things, something like that, so... That's all that matters, you get at least the idea correct. But, doesn't hurt to always make sure you get everything right. Okay, so I still need more iron. I'm waiting on that. Got that. I just don't have time to do anything else. Guess I can make more cake. I think I was mostly just waiting on milk. I didn't have enough milk. Well, there's all the cake I can make. Just can't make enough cake, dog. Already got like 62 here. Now we're 82. There's only 20 cakes. Crikey. It's just the milk holding me back at the moment. Once I get the milk up, then I can make more again. Well, at least I have something to do. Can't do a whole lot else here. I suppose I can make this. Oh god, it's so cheap. Of course it is. That's gonna be weird to have things just come right into my inventory every now and again. Great. Heat engines, hydraulic engines. What are these even for, by the way? Oh, okay, so they get used for the copper exoskeleton, which enhances the weaver's physical abilities. It's much harder while consuming water, recharges with filling tank, or with buckets of water. Gadget in the offhand and drop the fuel. Also allows you to make the copper jetpack and small filling tank. Interesting. And these allow me to make the grappling whisk, the andesite jetpack, andesite exoskeleton, and the flamethrower. But you don't need them to make the copper version, huh? That's interesting. Huh? Not gonna look like a force in the mouth. And I'm guessing the steam allows me to make the next version right after copper. Nope, just makes sure it allows you to make the portable drill. Oh yeah, it does. Make sure it allows you to make the brass and the brass exoskeleton. That is interesting. Allows the player to fly, swim, and move faster. Works with water and fuel to produce steam that spins small propellers. Charged with tanks, with coal, wood, and or water bucket. Should be less at the moment. Let me check. I just check on my phone, so... Not sure at the moment. Oh, I'm trying to find my app. Now I have it on here. Let's see. So, for Kingdom Hearts 3... So, for number 3 alone... Trying to find it here. So, number 3 with the remind until January 5th is $29.99. And that's for... It already has a remind DLC. It comes with everything. Or if you want to get everything, including 1.5, 2.5 remix, plus the 2.8 final chapter, it is $49.99 at the moment. Gotcha. So, that's all I can tell you. Alright, well, I got some information, so... Unfortunately, I'm having to wait on the iron production. It's taking a while. Let's take a while just to get out the hoppers. Bum, 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 bum. Well, if you spent 50K on on a computer, you've spent way too much. But fair enough. A decent computer should only cost like few grand at least. You spent 15 grand on a new PC, you spent way too much. Even in this economy. Let's talk about in Germany economy. Because 15K is quite a bit. Even for PC standards. Either way, you got scammed. Holy frick. That's way too much. But fair enough. That's highly unlikely. Fair enough, though. It's custom. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. In that case, whoever's making the pieces out of gold is an idiot. Unless he's using fake gold. And charging like a fortune. It just doesn't make sense. You're going to cause a lot of issues in electronics and stuff to do it out of real gold. Because gold's already in most of the mechanics, so by putting gold into the machine, it makes it worse. So it's kind of stupid. So unless he's using some alloy thing to make it look like gold, I doubt he's using real gold. And then scamming you for it. Because you'd be ruining the parts with using gold. I mean, fair enough, but still, it's stupid. You wouldn't be able to use some of the parts if they're made of gold. Because gold's a common thing in most electronics, and so... it would ruin it. Because it can transfer electricity and stuff really well. That's why we use it in components and computer parts. Sometimes. Not as much anymore, but used to. Fair enough, though. Do what you want, man. Oh, wait. I need to stop that. That is for the die, right? Which I still kind of got to continue. Like I said, I don't doubt you. I just know that it's not a really good idea to use gold. That's all. If his goal is gold, I can't change that fact by just believing it's not.
Ew. Why is the game so quiet? Just because there's not a lot much going on right now. It's because there's things that get really loud and there's things that get really quiet. So unfortunately, I'm having to balance it with some quietness, some loudness. Unfortunately. Well, I guess I could raise it up a bit. That's about as much as I can raise it up without causing problems. Phew. I mean, everyone has a preference. There is music in the game, it just doesn't play often. I like the quietness. It makes a nice, still, calming experience. But I get it. You like having action-packed games, so that's more common for you. So it's fair. That being said, I'm sure once I get done with this game, I'm sure I'm going to have to go do something very, very crazy at some point. So, whenever I get done with this. Right now, I'm just enjoying myself playing Minecraft, which has been quite nice. I figured. Well, I mean, you'll know. It's not exactly like it'll be a secret. Whenever I decide to do something different. Or whenever I'm told to do something different. So. I think with social media, it's never a secret what everyone does. It's still not done yet. It's getting there, though. Probably could have done more on that, but I didn't. That's alright. I just got a couple of gift cards. Which is fine by me, honestly. I have nothing I really wanted, so. Or needed. I just want to have a nice relaxing Christmas, so. I can't. Come here, you dumb creeper. Come on. Later, sucker. Well, I got a couple of my goals done today. That's nice. Yeah. That's what it should be. I'm happy to see you've had a change of heart. How things have improved for you with your family. Eh. Good. Yeah. Wait, what in the world? When did that change? Huh. I guess for the winter it changes to like an ice cube. That's cool. Alright. Well. Fortunately, I have run out of a bit of time here. Well, y'all, it has been nice to come back and stream today. It's been a couple weeks, so... I'd say about 40%. A lot of it's just having to get ready to automate things before I can actually get stuff done. So... that's been the longest problem. And making things set up so that everything works out well. So... in any case, so yeah, I will see you guys next time. Appreciate you coming by, Jay, as always. Don't forget about the buy me a coffee thing, by the way. It would be really helpful. I mean it. That being said, y'all, I will see you guys next time. I wish you guys the best. God bless, and have a wonderful rest of your day. See you guys next time.